maybe 300 milliliters of oil. That's for 3 weeks, and maybe 3 or 4 spoons of salt. And that is it. And that was the life we lived.
In Kenya?
In Kenya, yes. And unfortunately, we had people who had been living in the refugee camps in 1992. They're still there. So from there, obviously, through church and connections, and obviously being friendly with people, so I was, after church, usually I go to this person who is now in Brisbane. His name is Santino. It's actually, so we go to his place, and from there, we were actually, because I became close to their family, so I became a subject because there was a insecurity in that family, and that's how the United Nations said, given that you are close to this family, I think there is a risk that your life could be in danger because this family is in danger. And it is through that process that we're able to be relocated from that refugee camp to another refugee camp called Dadaab, which is still in Kenya, but in the far northeastern part, bordering Somalia. We're there for 2 years, and then through that, the same case, we were able to come to Australia in 2004, and obviously came straight to Perth. And obviously being in Perth, I was amazed with the level of support and services that were given to us. And I obviously realized that it is possible now. I have lost hope, and in fact, had given up. But coming to Australia gave me hope, and in fact restored my humanity, if anything, the liberty that I lost. And of course that gave me a bit of opportunity to begin to actually rethink about how best I can approach life and my contribution to humanity.
And how was your initial education and life when you landed in Australia? And what was that humanity? And you talked about liberties. What you felt was given, and it is normally granted for all Australians, but what was that of value, and how did you see when you were living and then when you go into school and then doing normal activities, so you could feel the big difference in your experience?
So coming to Australia, obviously, firstly, the fact that it all started in Dubai. So we're waiting. After the plane landed from Nairobi to Dubai, we landed, and we're walking the air bridge after getting out of the plane. And there was a lady waiting on the corridor with my name. Actually, I think I was teary, and if I broke down a little bit and cried. Like, there was a lady with my name. I only had a bag, like a plastic bag. I didn't have anything really to bring. This lady was holding me, it was there waiting for me. And for me, it's also organized by IOM. IOM obviously is it's an organization that help. It's part of the branch of the United Nations that help with the migration process, actually. So from that moment, I realized that the fact that these agencies had actually put a lot of effort to try to look after my welfare, it meant that this is different. So when I came to Australia, again, the same thing. There was a person as well at the airport waiting for me, took me and showed me to where I was going to stay. I was questioning myself, like, what is the interest here? Because I've never experienced such a thing. And I think it opened up my mind, and I said, maybe this is different. This is a different world. And obviously, there were interviews. I was taken to a bank. I was given money that I didn't deserve, but I was given money, and I was questioning myself, and I said, why are you giving me money? What have I done? Like, and it's just gave me the appreciation of dignity of human life, and of course having nations like Australia restoring lives of people like myself gave me the opportunity to think that maybe one day I should be able to give something back as well. So. And of course, English program was also something that, so we came to TAFE here, the one in the city, not far from here. And so if you come on the humanitarian visa, you're given 500 hours of English language. And that was one thing that we were given. And because I was driven by, because since then, so from 1990 up to 2004, at that time, I didn't have any communication with my parents. So initially, I thought one way I can actually give back is to see how best I can, because I have seen a lot of older people staying alone Most of them are actually kept in nursing homes. And I felt like maybe one thing that I can actually do to sort of show my appreciation is to at least work in this sector to try to sort of offer, you know, what I would have done to my parents. And that was actually led me to working in the aged care sector for about 2-3 years. While I was there, obviously I had finished my program, the English program, and then I left. I then went actually look for my parents. So I went in 2006, located them. But before I went there, in 2005, I had already established some form of contact. So 2006 was when actually I went to actually meet them in person. And that obviously was a different experience altogether. It gave me a lot of not trauma as such, but the level of happiness that I experienced